Racing games really are the perfect escape. If you've had a shit night, go drive something stupid and crash it a bunch. If you want to just drive for perfection, hot lap. But no matter what you do, it's always for me, it's a massive mood pickup. It's a thrill, especially taking some of these older cars out. I took this one out. This one's an absolute nightmare. It is so floaty when you turn. And on top of that, it requires so much of your wheel movement too. We have an hour of filtering. I'm going to enable my filter now. Once that hour's up, I will even get something proper to eat. If takeout is closed, so be it. I'll go make myself a steak. What should we take out? I'm going to take out something old. First things first. This one's not too old. The 1991 Mercedes-Benz 190E. Actually, no, isn't there a BMW version? Oh, the M3 E30. We could also take the M1 Pro car out. I have an hour of filtering, so if I'm still here past that hour, all you're gonna hear is this wheel clack, clunk, grind, click. At the very least, in an hour's time, I'm changing games and going to get a burger anyway. Maybe I should turn on the car filter. Probably gonna drown me out.
Don't drink and that's safe. Drink only water and milk. Else you'll be weak. Like in Skyrim, water is health as fuck, bitch. You better drink water, drink water, drink water, drink water, bitch. Drink water, drink water, drink water, bitch.
You thought it would be
water,
so easy.
drink water, drink water, bitch. Drink water, drink water, drink water, bitch.
Update isn't working. Killed my wheel. Way more common than it really should be. Well, that gives me time. I don't know if you were intentionally holding that until I started a Nürburgring lap crazy, but I guess minor blessings, silver lining. Thank you for the hydrate. Would have been 8 minutes before I would have been able to do them, and Lord knows I would have forgotten to do them. Wait for it to finish downloading update. Depending on if you've used your one free name change with the Microsoft account, you should be able to get a gamer tag update They do cost a little bit of money, sadly. But I know in the Xbox app and Windows you can try. I don't know what it costs, but you should get one for free. So if you go onto the Xbox app and you can find a way to update your gamer tag, that would be what it's called, and you'd be able to change it to whatever you want it to be then. I see. And sadly, no. As far as I'm aware, your Xbox gamer tag is always going to be public. In every game you join, it's always going to show the Xbox gamer tag. If you want to get rid of the numbers, that would be a gamer tag change. Or change my gamer tag, or whatever they've got it called now. I will. Uh-oh. My wheel broke. I know they normally, like, tell you, oh, there's another person with this account name, you can add numbers onto the end. They don't normally give you those numbers randomly. And here's the actual story. The reason I'm Board Brain and not Bird Brain is because someone on Xbox Live was called Bird Brain all the way back in 2014, 2015. I typed Bird Brain into the Xbox Live gamer tag change thing, and it said, do you want numbers? And I said no. So then I tried every other vowel and landed on Board Brain, and it worked. In using hindsight, using hindsight, I was able to then give it a bit more meaning, because originally it was just Bird Brain. It's in bird, the word brain, and quite a literal version of Bird Brain schemes. But someone else had the name on Xbox and I didn't want my numbers, so I changed it. Or I wrote something else. It will always ask you if you want the numbers though, if the name's already taken. Hopefully this time. Ooh, let me not actually forget. I need my filtering applied. There we go. Let me really quickly turn that preview up. Oh, it never surprises me. Why is the image so hazy? Thank you. You've actually called me out. I do not have my capture turned on. That's my AFK caption, secretly hiding away in the background. Okay. Turn the actual capture on top. There we go. That, what you saw, is the video capture that normally shows up when I hit AFK. It goes blurry, that's because that's layers upon layers of my OBSs. But that's what you were seeing, so... It never ceases to amaze me how well these old performance cars actually perform. They are by no means easy to drive, but they like so many old cars just stick to the road. You have to go all the way back to the 1930s to get anything that's actually misbehaving. There is no sixth gear. No sixth gear. What year was this? 91 or 81? This is a 91, isn't it? I technically use a controller. It's a racing wheel controller from Logitech. No way I'd be pulling this off on a keyboard. Logitech G920 with a stick shifter. Dashboard looks nice. You do have a point. Although I've seen some really old Lotus that have quite an interesting dash. You've also got the Mark IV or GT, which, while very stylized, I think was ahead of its time for dash design. But you can tell, like, it's not the dials themselves that give it away. It's everything else around it that gives it away. Because the Ford GT definitely just has a flat dash. There's nothing there except the dials. I thought a 7:30 would be okay to chase, but this guy's disappeared on me. I'm actually a little worried we're going to be posting 8s unless he's super slow in the second half. Which is also very likely. There's a lot of people that don't know the second half of Nürburgring. Yep. We've got 3 pedals with the G920. You have the brake in the middle, accelerator on the right. I've missed that entirely. That is abysmal! Oh my lord, I should have bailed. I should have bailed. Accelerate on the right, brake in the middle, and clutch on the left. My lines are atrocious. I'm never going to catch up. I'm going to be the person that sucks in the last half of Nürburgring at this rate. That's the one thing I wish Project Cars 2 did a little more aggressively on the sim side of things. I wish catching a slide wasn't so easy. Project Cars definitely has, well, Project Cars 1. The rest of the game's way more arcadey. But Project Cars 1, bear in mind, that's not to say Project Cars 1 isn't arcadey, just that they made it way more arcadey the further in the franchise you got. But even so, there's a point of no return for slides in Project Cars 1 where you can't make it back, but it is so easy to avoid that, and that's the part I dislike. You know, I can actually, let me bring up the telemetry data. You can actually see, if you want to know what the foot and the wheel is doing, all those dials at the top there will let you know exactly what I'm doing. You've got, right below the yellow is the clutch, and below the yellow is the arrows, that's my steering wheel. Of course, the green on the right is my accelerator, and you've got the brake. I can tap it a little bit. Brake there on the left is, of course, I already said it. Ridge Racer V... was it Ridge Racer R4? Or was there a different one called Ridge Racer V4? Because I do remember Ridge Racer 4. Although... was it Ridge Racer or Rage Racer that I think it was Rage Racer I played back on the PlayStation 1 that I absolutely adored. I think that was before my... it's an overshoot. Oh my lord. R4 was PS1. What did we post? We're 19 seconds behind the ghost. We sent it. 7:49 isn't bad, but we did feel kind of cruisy. Oh, let's get a different car. I need a bit more challenge. I had my first claim to adoring a racing game was when my dad brought home Need for Speed High Stakes. And that was Need for Speed High Stakes. It was the fourth one in the series. I remember when I was young, I used to call it Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Even though that was, I think Hot Pursuit was the one that came before it, Need for Speed 3. High Stakes. If you had the PC version, you could download all of the regional cars. You had like the Titan. What were the other ones? There was the parlor version of the game. You got the HSV, which we have here. This is basically the closest you're going to get to a HSV these days. The PAL version had one of those, but you can blame Need for Speed High Stakes for like my entire car list of like cars. If I won the lottery, I would buy just every car from that game. I would somehow fund the Titan to go fight me. Let's see. Should we take the Superlight 500? You know what would actually be a super fun game to get working on the wheel again? Forza Horizon 4. You can't buy it anymore, sadly. I would love to pick up copies of Forza Horizon and just give them to people to join me in that game, because it is, honestly, it is really fun. It's one of those dumb fun games. It's not ever going to be a racing sim, but I just want to pick a pretty car and go to a pretty track and sometimes do 300 miles an hour. Or a jump. Or a flip. Forza lets you do that. My phone is buffering. Why is my phone buffering? it does cost? I suppose you already used the free one then, Tone. Which does suck that they only give you one. Even... There, hang on. Am I disconnected? Or is my phone just having a fit? Let me refresh my phone. But... what's going on? Hello? Marco? Oh, it caught up. $9.99? Yeah, it's a bit archaic. Honestly, it's back from the days when in the 90s on the Xbox One and barely even had online capabilities until Halo 2 came out. Sent message in Nest. Let's have a look before we restart, shall we? Don't know I played it. Ridge Racer Type 4. I definitely remember playing Rage Racer, but that one was super old. I have the Ridge Racer soundtrack from like the first game all the way through to the 8th. Oh, this thing is a nightmare to drive. I actually got in the top 3 situation with the Superlight R500 in Forza Horizon 4 in a hot lapping competition. I held the world record on that leaderboard. And then I just found out later, like for the whole week, mind you, I held the world record at Ambleside Village on the Superlight 500 until I realized that the guy who normally holds all the world records was just waiting till last minute to post his time. And I came 3rd. I wonder where I am on that leaderboard now. This is the car I did it in, and it's an absolute nightmare. Weighs half a ton. And yet it flies like you wouldn't believe. I think it's like 700 kilograms or something this car weighs, isn't it? I'm still happy with my performance, don't get me wrong. I held world record for a week on a game. In this car of all things, like, this car is a nightmare. Look at how much it shakes around. Rank 3 in the world for Gears of War 3, a couple of years solid. That's impressive. Good evening, Gradgar. Welcome in. Favorite racing, not favorite in general. I get that. I may have Freudian slipped, said favorite game. But favorite racing game? Probably Need for Speed High Stakes. Honestly, I miss my gear, but if I could broaden it to, like, childhood favorites specifically, I'd probably have to include Crash Team Racing in that. I love how braking in this thing is basically counter steer to stop the slide. That's not fair. That's not fair. You dropped my frames. You dropped my frames. This isn't rage driving. This is depressed, angry, sort of angry driving. We need to go back to an old classic. Let's just take 2x2 fastback out on the French coastline. Outside of context, I love how that reads. Yay, Victorian! Exactly. God. Ooh, bright red. Red goes past. Here we go. I may need to turn more. That line on the first corner was so good too. Take two. Never mind. Never mind. We can do this. I just need to get used to driving a tank. This thing oversteers and doesn't steer at the same time. Looks like you're trying to steer a thrown brick. I would never imagine describing throwing bricks as such a fun pastime, but it's an apt description, from what I can tell. I will admit, catching a slide in Cars and Project Cars 1 does vary from car to car. I say it's easy to do. Things like this are one of the trickier versions of easy to do. I also don't know if a 68 Mustang had power steering. It had coil spring suspension, which surprises me. So maybe it had, I don't know, when was power steering invented? 1951. That's way earlier than I ever would have imagined. Which does mean, since this is performance top-end play car, there's a very good chance this thing might have power steering, but can I just say it doesn't feel like it has power steering. It does not feel like it has power steering at all. Although I'm sure power steering has come a long way since the 50s. No hope of holding the throttle and that drift. We already DNF'd anyway. But you can... Look, we're here to have fun. We're not here to post times, really. It has power and steering, close enough. Exactly! What else do you need? Did not catch that at all. I will argue there has not been a more fun car to drive than this in any simcade. Maybe that's the trick. We'll push the throttle in to get the back hanging a little bit loose, and then we'll counter steer into throttle. I don't know where the ghost behind us went. He either caught up or he's disappeared entirely. Either? Disappeared entirely would be preferable. We'll know for certain here because he's slow on this corner. I was not full lock. I thought I was full lock. Jesus. What the hell was that? It threw itself into the road. That was terrible. As soon as I got loose, I can catch a slide, but pushing a slide is another whole thing entirely. If you want to hold it and keep going, that is... Even in this game, that's tricky. Let's bring back the pedals so you can actually see how scared of this thing I am. I know there's a lot of gibberish on the screen, but the only thing you have to pay attention to is the 3 bars at the top. That's my accelerator, clutch, and braking foot. Why are we running at 20 FPS, by the way? Do I have Steam overlay on? Yes. Better. Oh, he's on the other side of the road. No wonder I didn't see him here before. It's not how you post false laps, but I mean, it's fun. I'm not doing any favors to my tires here. Alright, we'll get rid of the pedals, shall we? Alright, go on the curb. I'm already in the top 6, I think, so I don't expect to post another personal best here. But we'll see, because I'm not exactly going easy on the car here. Trying to be as confident on the throttle as I can be in this thing. Honestly, if you're looking for a pick-me-up, this is as good as any spicy food is for me. Spicy food goes a long way for just being a mental reset and a good meal, but throwing 2 tons of metal at 120 miles an hour isn't a bad substitute. It's nowhere near as costly either. This bit's gonna kill me, because I am not slowing down. I chickened out. I'm slowing down. Immediately from I don't give a shit to oh no. But I have never been able to, in all of my years, sim racing, arcade racing, I've never been able to actually get a decent drift out of any of these games. I feel like I got lucky in the BeamNG training session for drifting. The best I can do is kind of just slowly nurse back a slide. Don't you dare DQ me. I'll take like a second penalty over DQ, because I'm not sure this could be a new PB. First corner in the game coming up here. It's a crest right blind. And it's slower than it even looks, and it looks slow. And then it goes into this thing, which is about the same pace. Even though it widens, it then shortens into the same corner, basically. It's the most annoying part of the track, because you get all the way here, and then you'll crash into that brick cobble wall. And then when you finally make it past the cobble wall, you'll just hit the next corner, because they're both so deceptive. I'm sorry? An 850? We were chasing a something 30, weren't we? I wish I could see the ghost track times. Where does an 850 put us? Terribly. It puts us terribly. Hang on, that's world records. Never mind. Where does an 850 put us? 4th place! We jumped up 2 positions with that. I was chasing the 930 from back here, wasn't I? 45? Or was I chasing the 9 flat? Still, 850 isn't bad. Holy cow, I'm already running out of steam. What's the timer left? I did say an hour. 20 minutes left. Let's wind it down. Shall we pick something a little more annoying to listen to? And a different track? No, we'll do this track, but I will pick something a little more annoying to listen to. That's my best. Actually, you know what my best is on this track? It's Person on Wet Tires. I don't think it's even here. Actually, no. My Wet Tires lap is posted on Project Cars too. I think there's only 15... Look at the variance here. There's only 15 times posted. None of them have ghost data. Which leads me to believe the impact from jumps is what disqualifies the ghost data. Even though it doesn't count as collision, I think they just write it off and you don't get your ghost data kept in. So to keep your ghost data... I'm not used to being in the center. Oh, that's horrifying. It still plays the noise even when you're completely stopped. This thing is more terrifying to drive than I remember. Also, the sheer speed. Holy cow. I gotta remember, I'm in the center of the car too, not over on the left-hand side. This thing should not be drifting. Oh my word. We'll just see the timer down the bottom, shall we? Wait, what's going on? Car is screaming, actually screaming at me now. Okay. If a signpost wasn't a DQ, that definitely was. The brakes are not as good as the engine makes you want them. You want the brakes to be really good, but the brakes are kind of just like, yeah, we can brake, but you're also doing 300 miles an hour through some chicanes. BMW made the engine to this car. It's a V12. And for some reason, the engine bay on the production line model is gold lined, even though gold has a very low melting point. I imagine it's some sort of heat conduction method to help cool the engine, perhaps? Maybe gold cools quicker too, and airflow helps it actually keep the engine cooler. But it just sounds like flexing, because you can. Gold-lined engine bay. You can hear the bumper scrape almost everywhere I go. This thing has no ground clearance and it's not meant for street tracks. Apparently second gear is just gonna be my first gear. First gear is only there for pit stops, apparently. Yippee! As fun as this car is to drive, as much as I love it, it really doesn't feel like you're doing a whole lot. The car just does so much work. I do the accelerating and braking, but the car sticks to the road. I don't have to do a whole lot at all. And I can guarantee you it hasn't. I've got 10 minutes left on my timer, Sparkle. Although, I guess I did restart the game after saying that, didn't I? So, we'll call it a draw, but I've got 10 minutes left and another track after this, I think. But you are right, it is burger time. I'm still gonna go get the burger.
Hello there.
Thank you for the follow. Is that Bully TV? Can I hold that in third gear? Barely. If I hadn't hit the curb, that would have been fine. It's not very quick through here. Alright! Don't you dare DQ me for that. That was first, I was expecting second. Holy cow, 626 isn't bad. That's top 5. 626 is top 5. But again, 16 laps posted now. In my defense, you were supposed to sleep 10 hours
Drink,
ago.
and that's it. Drink only water and milk.
We'll call it in,
Else you're going
shall
to
we?
be weak. Like
Hey,
Skyrim.
it did dictate. Wait, hang
water
on,
is
this is well
healthy as fuck.
referenced.
Bit.
Does that every
Better
time?
drink.
I'm
water,
second!
Drink, water,
I am
drink, water,
1.5
bit.
seconds off
drink,
of getting
water,
my
drink,
time. How
water,
much do we
drink,
have left on the
water,
filter?
bit.
Because I do not want to be driving that car without a
water,
filter.
drink,
8 minutes
water,
left,
bit.
let's go.
Drink, water, drink, water,
I get
drink,
one
water,
shot.
bit.
It takes me 6 minutes to do a lap, so we have 2 from now to get the intro right and actually start getting the lap done. We are within... Oh, okay, we can do this. Let's go. This is our last run, though. What a great start. I'm gonna keep it though. We can die here. We held it. And then we threw it away. We can only do that gamble so many times before we run out. I do apologize, I'm actually going to be focused for this. We've used our final minute of spare time up, so we're going to have maybe a minute spare tops, and if we crash past this point, we don't have the microphone filtering, and that's going to be my self-implied time limit gone. I could keep going, but I don't want to kill everyone's ears when the filtering runs out. Logitech G920 with the stick shift. Very wide there. That's fine. I didn't think we were super fast last time, so we don't have to get a perfect run. We just have to be quick. You bitch, you bitch! Way too quick around there. I'll get to that hydrate later in a second, Spark or two. Come on. We gotta keep it smooth. We're getting a little wobbly through these corners. Welcome in, Flicky. A DIY Arduino, Leonardo? It's a wall. Hang on. I said I was gonna focus and I start reading chat. I've heard of Arduino before, but I don't know a lot of people that use them. I know they're in SimHub. Not that I can ever get that software running at the same time as a video game these days. They're very, very customs from what I can tell though. I hate sequential gearboxes. Give me a stick shift any day of the week and let me fucking smash the gears together until they fit. A little too fast. We're a lot better through that line last time though. Didn't slow quick enough for that one. I don't know if I have damage, but I don't feel like I'm turning right as much as I should be. .638.6 apparently. I don't know if that was even any faster. With a spin out, there is no way that beats our last time, right? There's no way we clean up a whole 15 seconds. Let's have a look. Yeah, we were slow. Mile. 6:26 was what we posted last time. And unfortunately, that's the last of my microphone. So if I 1 minute left today. That's a lie, there's 1 second left today. If I go again, it's going to have to be muted. I know I have some people ask like, oh, you know, it sounds fine, right? Because I haven't heard anything, but I've got my filtering disabled now. We'll just go around turn 1 with filtering disabled, shall we? And then I'll just do the lap muted because I really want to try and push one more time. I know, Sparkle, shut up. Shut up! My filter ran out. I will be. I'm finishing up something within grasping distance. I can smell it. I can smell it, and I should mute because the filtering's not applying, but I can smell it. And I know this sounds terrible when it's not muted because this wheel is very loud. That's no. You're not careening us off onto the beach. Like, one more go. We spun out last time, we were doing so good.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
On my word, as a bird, this is my last go. We've gotten past the roundabout, right? On my word, as a bird, this is my last attempt. If I keep failing, I'm just gonna get sad again. I'm so close. I just need another lightning in a bottle run like last time. Why do I keep not turning at that corner? And I'm paranoid that that DQ'd me and I just didn't see the thing.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
I haven't failed yet. Just because I locked up the front tires.
By the way, do you happen to know what the fine is here in Cyrodiil for
Criminal scum.
just asking?
I resent this. I resent everything about this. I resent the fact that this is the exact same spot that killed the run last time. And I resent that this is over halfway that it keeps happening. Right, well, thank you for joining me on today's wreck of a stream, Catastrophe Incarnate. I am in fact going to go get a burger. Because... I don't know. Well, they close. It's a Burger King, Sparkle. The Burger King close where you live? Shahoo's show is still streaming. We'll probably head over there then. Weirdly, it went back to Kingsley. That's fine. Kingsley is a good soundtrack. Pain, suffering. Alrighty. I do not know an Overborn, unfortunately. I'll have to catch him on one of your raids so that we can head over and say hi. What did the wiper stop for? No, that's not allowed. Okay, fine, I'm reading out on my phone. Fight me. Stream manager.
Don't drink. Oh, and that's safe.
It
Oh,
is.
drink
Okay,
only
no,
water
I
and
really
milk.
have to go to the bathroom. You can't be doing this to me.
Like
And I'm
Skyrim.
going to take that calorie as
water's health
burger
is
time. I
fucking
hope you
bitch.
know.
You better drink. Water, drink. Water, drink. Water, drink. Water, bitch. Oh, drink. Water, drink.
How do I
Water,
spell
drink.
shut?
Water, bitch. Oh, drink. Water, drink. Water, drink.
That work?
Water, bitch.
That
Oh,
works.
drink. Water, drink.
Cool.
Water, drink. Water, bitch.
Well, it's time for me to head out. Let me get the water, shall I? Absolute mess of a night. I might just bury the first half of the VOD because it went fairly okay in the second half of the VOD, right? And the first half was just me AFK. I do know Nova. I don't have him followed. Unless he's hiding. He's definitely not in my follow list though. Oh, I put my phone chat away, but I have to open up my phone's chat again because I can't type this out on the keyboard without stopping the wipers, and the wipers are my soul right now. If you have the global emotes or prefer the global emotes, you can take this message with you. If you have the channel points, or for some reason paid money to get them, you can take the regular emotes. Flicky seems to think I'm not just going to come back and do more laps in this game offline. Haha. He has me followed. Oh, maybe I should go check him out then. I definitely don't have him on my list. I'll keep a tab open for him, or I might go in and say hi today, but that's my timer run out, so burger time for me, and I'll catch everyone later. there you see, vaudevilles. The vipers are my soul, because no matter if they go left or they go right, they go up or they go in and they're out. Cold when it's hot. They're something when it's not. You came in like a wrecking ball.